Oi oi, another mega springtime day. Must be 22, 23 degrees today. Not fishing either, so for all you guys that say I'm a full-time carp angler, I do fish a lot, you know I do, but I definitely don't sit there on the bank 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. I'm always backwards and forwards to home and stuff. Now, I'm at home for a reason, because today I'm unboxing something that's just been sent to me from Avid, and you might hear some silly sounds in the background. It's the dog, he's just down here on the floor. What I've got is a EXO bivvy that I'm going to unbox now, and I'm going to unbox it, talk you through it, show you exactly what you get. And if you're watching any of my vlogs, you'll know that I've been using the EXO Plus bivvy for quite a while. I've also done mentions of the EXO 2, which is the 2-man version, the bigger version. The EXO Plus is the one that came out first, which was, gosh, it's got to be about 2 years ago now. And that's like a 1 plus version. It's like a 1.5 man version. And the 2-man obviously is a lot bigger, slightly higher, and also much bigger. You can get 2 of the Benchmark X bed chairs in there, so it's a big bivvy. But what we've got is a smaller version. This has been sort of in the pipeline now for quite a while. It's been asked for quite a lot by a lot of Avid customers, so they've released a 1-man version, which is a much smaller version, but it's still big enough to have a Benchmark X in, which we'll show you. But anyway, let's get on with unboxing it. I'll show you exactly what you get. So there it is down there, and get out the shadow. There's the box all the way along. Okay, it's completely unopened at the moment, not done anything with it, so I'm going to open it and show you exactly what's in it and what you get for your money, because the price of this is exactly the same as the EXO Plus, which is $4.99. So you get everything for $4.99. I think there's a few deals on as well at the moment. There's a few tackle shops. I looked this morning. There's a few tackle shops doing it for $4.80, I think it is, or $85. So now's the time to get in there, because they're in stock, and I know full well it's not going to last long, because they never do these things. Right, there's the bivvy in the bag. It's a lot lighter than the EXO Plus. I think this one comes in at about 14 kilos. Let me see if I can. I'm doing everything one-handed at the minute, so there we go. There it is. Still feels quite heavy though. Right, EXO bivvy, there it is. Okay, it looks a lot shorter than the EXO Plus. I'm sure it probably is. I don't know the size scale and all that kind of stuff, so if anybody wants to ask any questions, then feel free to ask them. I'll do my best to answer them, but I'll obviously be referring to the Avid website, so it's probably easier for you guys to go and take a look there if you've got any questions. Right, there it is, all nice and compact, all packed down, lovely, straight out of the factory. Right, there's the door, the mosquito door that is, because you get 2 doors. You get the full nylon door, which is there. You get the shelter itself, which is there, and you also get the skull cap. Okay, now the bag. Oh, it is a lot smaller bag, that is actually. It's a lot smaller than the EXO Plus. I'll get one out in a minute and show you them side by side. But the bag is pretty much the same as the EXO Plus, because you get 2 poles in here, which I'll get out. Okay, so there it is, all unbagged. And the pegs are just round here. Excuse the shadows, you're just going to have to put up with those. It's too sunny to do away with them. Right, there's all the pegs. Okay, so $4.99 for all of that. Okay, the bivvy, the skull cap, the full infill panel for the door, and then the mosquito panel for the door, as well as the bag. Right, like I say, it's all been done one-handed this, so I am standing on things and trying to get it sorted in the best way possible. Right, there is it, that's what it comes like. it's all rolled up. I'll show you now how easy it is to undo it all one-handed. Okay, so we'll pull that out. First, that's the tension strap. I'll obviously have to clip that in. But the idea behind me doing it one-handed is to show you that it can be done, because it is a very quick erect bivvy, this is. Obviously it's got the same locking mechanism as the EXO Plus. Same number of legs, I think it has anyway, I'll have a look and see. Here's the second one, third one, locking into place, fourth one, locking into place. So I've locked them all into place. Oh, there's a fifth one, there's the fifth one. Right, I have to put my knee on that. There you go. I managed to lock them all into place one-handed. I could put this camera down, but you won't get as good a view of it if I do that. Right, now I've got to spread this out. Push that through. There we go. Right, excuse me a minute while I just use my elbow to lock that into place. There we go. So I've done it all one-handed. Well, slightly two-handed. There it is up. Now I've got to slot these front arms into the holes, which just slot into there, you can see. Okay, easy to do. There we go, the second one's in as well. Right, tension strap, which is down here. There you go, you've got these little clips down here on the floor, on the front feet of the shelter. They just clip in. There we go, all done. Right, so there it is in its most simplest form. Right, let's put some pegs in. There's loads of pegs that come with these. Absolutely loads, look at them all. There's no way I'm going to use all of those. I've been using the EXO Plus for quite a while now, and I only ever use about 8 pegs, I think it is. And I've had it up in some really brutal weather as well. Hang on a sec, wife's calling me. Right, I'm back again. Just had to adjust the table for the missus. Right, that's 2 pegs in that side, 2 pegs in this side. Ground is so hard at the moment. We've not had any rain for ages. I don't know what you guys think, but this lack of rain in the spring, it really has made the fishing very tricky. Lack of low pressure, just had these constant northerlies and easterly winds, and high pressure. It's been absolutely crap, the fishing has this spring. Obviously you've got a lot more options that you can peg if you wanted to. I'll look at those in a minute, just tidying it up. Right, there it is. Now, what I tend to do when I'm setting mine up is I always peg the back and the sides first. I'm sure the guys at Avid will have a different way, but that's how I do it. What I'm going to do now is just, these pop out. Pull these out a little bit under tension, yeah. Just get things nice and tight. There we go. Quite airtight, one-handed. So what I'll do is I'll put the mosquito panel on first, because that's what I'm likely to use at the moment. All one-handed again. There's the panel. Got all these zips down here for different options. There you go, looks quite busy. which is the best way. Right, okay, I understand now. Let me just pull that away. Sorry guys. Just going to put this zip into there. Cool. Anyone who's disabled and got one hand, I really do sympathise with you. Right, I'll stand on there. Zip that up. Just got to move that zip out of the way. So that's down there. Right. Almost done. Okay, so there's the mozzie panel on at the front, and then what I do is I always like to do these ones first before I peg the front, this section down. I always do this second. Now obviously it's not as tight as it would be if I was doing it properly, because as I said before, the ground is so hard. I've only got the pegs about halfway in. Let's just tuck that under that skirt. There we go. So I'm going to do this one next. Tuck that skirt under as well, and then I'm just going to pull this out. God, the ground, even my garden is rock hard. Right, let's put the poles in. Here's the poles. 2 poles. Just slot that one up, and then it just goes into there. There we go. Pull it out. Right, let's try this one-handed. Let me put the camera down again. No, actually I'll do it one-handed. There we go. That's that one done. Same with this one. Into there. Slot that down. Open that bit up. Tighten it up the best I can. Right, I think I'm going to have to put these pegs down to get you to see this in a better way, because it doesn't look very good when it's set up the way I've set it up at the moment. Let's pull that out. So it's tidier. Yeah, I want the front looking good. I can get away with putting the pegs in halfway around the sides, but at the front it's just going to look a bit silly, and someone from Avid will be saying, oh, I didn't like the way you set that up in that video. Or somebody will post, I don't like the look of how it's set up. I don't know why I always do these Yorkshire accents when I imitate somebody, but probably because there's a lot of moaning Yorkshire folk about. I'm used to coming across guys like that because I fish in that area. Right, there it is. There is the mosquito panel all set up, and it's nice and hard, that is. I like it. I like it. Not used it yet. I've been using the EXO Plus for all of my fishing, and I've been camping with the missus I think about 3 times with the 2-man version. So there it is, all set up. A lot tighter, I think, tighter fit than the EXO Plus. Whether that'll have an effect on noise when it starts raining or not, I don't know. Right, what I'll do now is I'll just get my bed chair. That's the dog barking. Just get me Benchmark X, I'll put it in there and show you how much space we've got in there. Obviously it's going to be exactly the same kind of look with the full infill panel on there. Exactly the same look, but I'm not going to put it on. Well, I will put it on actually, just to show you. So it's all set up and you can see it all looking nice and fine and dandy. But first and foremost, let me get the bed chair and put it in there so you can see it. I just forgot actually, I'm going to put the ground sheet in first. I forgot to mention that right at the beginning, because you also get a ground sheet which is in this section of the bag. There it is, hidden away, and that probably gives the bag most of its weight actually, because these ground sheets are really good quality. I'll pull it out. There you go, real good quality that is. So I'll put this in one-handed as well, so you can see that it can be done. Basically you've got little clips on the ground sheet there, and there should be a little yellow tag on it at the back. There it is, there's the yellow tag. The yellow tag is the back, so that's where it goes right in to the back section. You can also see there's a matching yellow tag right at the back, right at the back, and then on the ground sheet there's a clip next to the yellow tag, so just clip that into place like that. Then you've got one in the corner here, and again under the ground sheet there's another one. Clip that into place. There we go, that's that one done. And then there's another couple up here as well at the front of the bivvy. Doing it all one-handed, like I said. This is the hardest part actually, this is harder than doing it, doing anything else. Right, one at the back here. And then finally this one in the corner. There's actually two, but I'm just going to clip it in. Oh, come on, in you go. There we go, that's clipped into place. There's another one there, but I never bother with that one myself. Half the time I don't even bother with the ground sheet these days. Pull that under so it's nice and tight, nice and tidy. Weeds growing through from the garden. I need to cut the grass, which I'll do later. So there you go. There's the ground sheet down. Let's just tidy that bit up. I never bother with the ground sheet when it's this hot myself. I just like to fish straight off the ground because it's 22 degrees at the minute. You can see the sun up there, and when it's hitting the side of this bivvy, I'm going to Germany in a few weeks, so I'm going to be using this then because it's nice and small, and when it hits the side of that, it's making the inside really hot. So with that PVC floor as well, God, it's going to be roasting in there. But there's the ground sheet in there as well, so it's all set up. There's also this little flap here on the ground sheet that you velcro it. Well, that's the reason why I probably need to put that bit in. But you know, some guys like to have a peeled back ground sheet in this area because of dirty boots and, you know, what have you. There you go. That does peel all the way back, which I need on there. There you go, that's it. So that gives you another option there. I like it fully in when I'm using one. Don't bother with that. I'm not the tidiest of anglers. Right, I'll put the bed chair in again, one-handed. This is one of the old Benchmark X's. My wife uses this one for camping. I'll get it in. Now this particular bed chair, it's got the old leg system on it, and I know people have turned around to me and said, oh, mine's broken, mine's worn out. Because I mean, this is an old Benchmark X, but do you know why they wear out these? Do you know why this system wears out? And it's not a fault by Avid, because a lot of people, when they open this foot system up, they then twist it without pressing that button. And it can be done. If you twist that without pressing that button, you basically wear a mechanism out inside there. So there you go. So when they start blaming Avid for things breaking, it's actually done by the user. But I agree, it isn't the best system, and that's why they ended up changing it. And they've got a much more better system on the benchmarks now. God, it's so hot in here. That sun beating down. Right, let's put this leg down. Wife's earplugs. I think that's when we're camping and the dog snores, because I don't snore, obviously. There you go, that's a Benchmark X in there. That is a little bit tighter than a Benchmark, than an EXO Plus bivvy, but there's still plenty of space in it. Look at that, that's massive. It really is. A very roomy one man. Very roomy. And if I sit on here, on the bed chair, there's the dog. Oi, oi, how you doing? I don't know the wife, you'll be able to see the wife, but she won't want me to show you. But if I sit on here, I am looking out the bivvy. I'll turn this round so you can see me. I am sat down on the bed chair now, and you can see I've still got all this view in front of me. So, yes, it's a lot lower than the EXO Plus, or obviously the 2-man bivvy, but it is still very, very roomy for a 1-man bivvy. I can't say that, 1-man bivvy. A 1-man shelter. Get out of here then, that's why you're right, you moron. God, ain't dogs morons. So, there you go. There it is. All set up with a Benchmark X inside. Like I say, if you like the look of it, it's $499 as an RRP in all Avid stockists, but you can get them at the moment for about $480, so not a bad deal. There's the skull cap. I'll stick that on for you now as well, so you can see it. One-handed as well. Put it between my feet, undo that knot, open it up, and there's the skull cap. Right, let's pull that off. Now, with the skull cap, it does give you a little bit of extra protection, because what you've basically got on the skull cap is you've got two little arms that slot into that little groove I've just pointed out. There you go, there's the arms. Okay, so if I find where the other one is, there it is. If I chuck that over one-handed, this is really light, this is. So it's easy to do one-handed. It's not easy to do, I shouldn't say that. It's not easy to do at all. Nothing's easy to do one-handed. Well, some things are in the bivvy late at night. I don't do things like that anymore though. Too old for it. So there you go, it slots into there. Pushes in, like that. And then you've got these little Velcro straps which thread into there. I think this is the right one at the back. Yeah, it is. Let's line them up so it's neat. Push that one on there. This is the one at the back, right side. Again, one-handed. Cool. This one into the side. Two more to do. Thread that one in. Oh, pull it down. Oh, it's twisted. Oh, this is the problem doing it one-handed. I have to pull that in a different way. There you go. And then this one. I should have probably done this one first, actually. After doing the back one. So there it is. All with the skull cap on. all set up. That's a neat little bivvy. That's a very, very neat little bivvy. I like it. Extra shade with that on as well. Bit of extra protection, you can see just there. And looking out again, there is still plenty of space to look out. I can still see my house. I can't show you my house because the wife will go mad if I do that. She don't want people to see her. She's sat on the chairs over there. All right. Do you want to see the full infill panelling? I suppose I can do that as well. But you've seen I've done that all one-handed. Set it all up one-handed, so it can be done. It's taken me a while, but it can be done, in case anybody says it can't. But that's a cool little bivvy, it really is. Right, I'll put the infill panel in now, but I'll turn the camera off while I'm doing it, so you don't have to endure the zip being fiddled with and all that sort of stuff. Ta-da! All done. Yeah, it doesn't look tidy with these little gaps and stuff because I've not done it completely properly. Like I said earlier on, I've not pegged it all in properly, but that gives you an idea. You've got all-round protection there. All round the back. There it is. Looking neat and tidy. Now you've also got at the back here, you'll have noticed, you've got these two back air vents as well, which a little bit of Velcro and a zip, both sides. There's Velcro at the bottom as well, and then obviously you just roll that up, which I'll do with both of them now, just to turn the camera off. There you go, both of them done. What you've basically got is two elasticated toggles, one there and one there. Okay, so you just roll it up, put the toggle into place, and then you can tuck it behind there, so it's nice and neat. Same for that side. I think there's, I can't remember, I'd have to get the EXO Plus out, but I think there's side panels on the EXO Plus. Yeah, there is, but on this version there isn't. So, nice and neat, fully set up for you. Now what I'll do is, I'm just going to change it back over to the mozzie panel because I'm going to be using this when I go out to Germany. So I'm just setting it up now, ready for Germany, because I'm going to need the mozzie panel on the front. It's going to be too hot over there, and because there's loads of mosquitoes as well. What I'll also do is I will get the EXO Plus bivvy bag out and the 2-man version and show you the difference side by side and show you how long they both are, they all are I should say, so you can give them a bit of a comparison. But I hope you like it anyway, because that is a nice bivvy, it really is, and I'm certainly going to be using it in the next few weeks. There we go, got the infill, the mozzie infill back on. Looks nice and aerated in there now, but definitely got to do away with that ground sheet and the skull cap for Germany. That'll be too hot. Right, what I've got down here, just to finish, is the 3 different types of EXO. We've got the EXO 2 there. That's the EXO 2 bag, fully loaded. You can see it's a lot longer than the EXO Plus. There's the EXO Plus. What's that, sort of 8 inches difference I think between the two, probably 10 inches difference. And then there's the bag for the EXO. Okay, so it's lined up with the ends. Obviously there's nothing in it, but you can see there that that's a good 8 inches short as well, or 6 to 8 inches, something like that. You'll get the full details on the website, but much lighter than all the other versions, but still a very, very roomy bivvy. And as I say, I hope you like the look of it. I'll give you some feedback on it when I'm on the bank using it. I've not yet used it, so I'm definitely going to give it a go before I go to Germany though. I'll go in 2 weeks' time, and between now and then I'm going to be doing plenty of fishing in England. So let's turn it round. So there you go, guys, that's a look at the EXO bivvy for Avid Carp. Just getting to the sun so you can see me a bit clearer, and I hope you like the look of it. As I say, it's $4.99 RRP, but you can get them for about $4.80 online now, so check them out at Avid Carp Stockists. I need a drink, it's so hot at the moment. Anyway, that's it for today. See you soon. Ta-da! As if by magic, I'm teleported to the lake. There it is, all set up on the bank. I'll show you it's a lake, it's not my garden in a minute, but there's the bivvy. Just doing an overnighter on one of my local pits, and I've put the ground sheet in only because I wanted to show you, because I don't like ground sheets, not at this time of the year. If it was winter I would do, but this time of year I prefer to not use them. But I wanted to show you it all set up. It's not got the skull cap on, obviously, and it's not got the main infill panel, it's just got the mozzie door on, but you can see in there Benchmark X. That's pushed right to the back. Sorry about the mess, that's how I am. It's pushed right to the back and it's given me loads of space down here. So got an XL carry-all down there. I've got a cooler bag, clothing, water bottles, rubbish bag underneath. I've got a load of mess down there, some bait tubs. I've got me rucksack, some towels, all sorts of bits and pieces. That's just a low chair that I've got on top of the bed chair, and you can see there's the other leg just tucked in behind, but that's basically it inside. Now when it's set up like this, the one thing I will say is it is slightly different to the EXO Plus, because it's a little bit tighter at the front here when you're using a Benchmark X like I am, because you can see that the door, it's set up on a slight angle going down. So although you've got loads of room down here for the legs, actually for your head section here, it's a little bit tighter, so occasionally you do sort of bang your head on the door above, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. And just to show you that I'm on the lake, there you go. Nice big piece of water, which I can see very easily sitting on the bed chair. The camera is at eye height, so I've got loads of room, loads of space, easy to look at. I'm actually sat upright now. If I turn this camera around, you can see I'm sat upright, and I've still got loads of room for looking out the door. There you go. I'm sat upright, trying to keep myself with a straight back, and I've got loads of space to see the lake and water watch. And there it is. What a beautiful evening. Looks absolutely fantastic. I put some pictures of this up on my social media the other day, and the amount of comments I got back saying, "Carp, where are you? That's a proper lake." It is a proper lake. It's got some proper fish in it as well. And hopefully I might get one or two of them this year if I'm lucky. But anyway, that's it for the EXO. I nearly said EXO Plus, and I'm so used to saying it. That's it for the EXO bivvy. There it is behind. If you like the look of it, which, take it from me, I'm not just plugging this, it is a really good bivvy, and I'm certainly going to be using it quite a lot this year. You're going to see it a lot more than the EXO Plus for me. Where I can, I'll use the EXO Plus because it is more spacious, but if I've got a long walk like I have on this particular occasion, and I've got tight swims, then it's definitely going to be that one. But anyway, if you want any further details about it, you'll find loads on the Avid Carp website, and also I'm sure there's going to be some Avid Carp stockists that you can go down to. They'll have them set up and you can take a look at it. But hopefully this little video of me setting it up one-handed has given you a little bit of an insight into it. Obviously, if I was doing it two-handed, it'd take me a lot less time than that. I'd get it set up in only 2 or 3 minutes. It's a really quick bivvy, very, very fast direct. And as I say, you get everything that you're looking at behind me, plus more, for $4.99 or $4.95, can't remember, RRP. As I said, there's definitely some websites out there as well at the moment that are doing it for about $4.80, $4.85, something like that. So check them out. I shall see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.